And venues are coming by the end of the month. And The Rock, of course, was attending the HBCU Player Showcase. So ESPN's Kevin Seifert recently published an article, which was kind of interesting about the timing of it all, about the return of the XFL. He recaps what we know so far, the hub concept, as was reported on XFL News Hub by our own Mike Mitchell, coaches hired, personnel directors, the league's partnership with Disney/ESPN, the CFL talks, and so much more. But there was two bits of information that was buried in there. First, The Rock and Danny Garcia would be at this weekend's Player Showcase. They were there. We saw the full coverage. We suspected that Dwayne Johnson would be there with Deion Sanders in attendance. Now that was confirmed. Sanders and The Rock together would indeed generate a lot of media buzz, and it did. The interesting part was that ESPN was there as well and had multiple interviews with Sanders, The Rock, and even Hines Ward and Danny Garcia as well, all part of this, talking about HBCUs and talking about the XFL. Now, the other part, and Seifert's report that we will finally get XFL cities and venues by the end of the month, something that we have been reporting for some time. We kept hearing early August as the time frame similar to the XFL 2.0 era. But this is what he said, quote, "The league plans to announce its 8 teams and venues by the end of this month. That process will likely prompt the league to shift some of its 2020 locations. But industry sources, including Mike Mitchell, expect the cities that embraced the 2020 teams, especially St. Louis, Seattle, and Washington, D.C., to remain in place. Games will be played in a mix of NFL, MLS, and smaller college stadiums." Now, XFL Insider Mike Mitchell has been reporting on the 8 XFL cities for some time now: Houston, Orlando, San Antonio, Dallas, D.C., St. Louis, Seattle, and Las Vegas. What we don't know is where they will play. We assume St. Louis, of course, will return to the Dome. All other teams are up in the air. Now, will all the original XFL 2.0 return to their home locations? As the DC Defender is going to be back at Audi Field. I heard it was expensive to be at Audi Field, but it was a great venue. Got a young audience, and I was a season ticket holder, had a great time there. What about the other? Where in Orlando, San Antonio, and Las Vegas going to play? We will find out this information at the end of the month. So when we wrote this, we expected the week of July 26th at the earliest. And, of course, the first week in August would be at the latest when we would get the announcements. Interest in the XFL will be buried soon with the NFL preseason starting August 4th when the Jacksonville Jaguars face the Las Vegas Raiders at the Hall of Fame game in Canton, Ohio, a place that I was just there. So this report came out the 15th. A couple days later, we got that the XFL is to hold a town hall event July 24th at Texas Live in Dallas. Actually, that's the same day. And we've got the information there. So that day, the XFL sent an email to all former Dallas Renegades season ticket holders. After the XFL Dallas Showcase on July 24th, 2022, they will be holding a XFL Town Hall at 6 p.m. Central Time at Texas Live, an entertainment complex next to the new XFL headquarters in Choctaw Stadium, formerly known as Globe Life Park. This was the home of the Dallas Renegades in 2020. This is presumed by previous reports from XFL Insider Mike Mitchell that the 8 cities will be Dallas, Houston, San Antonio, D.C., Orlando, St. Louis, Seattle, and Las Vegas. This town hall does coincide with the article, of course, reported earlier in the day by Kevin Seifert, that the league plans to announce its 8 teams and venues by the end of the month. That was the big news, and this is where he was getting it from. So, of course, this does not mean this is connected to the XFL Town Hall at all, or that 8 teams and venues will be announced between the 25th to 31st, being by the end of this month. As of right now, based on email Dallas Renegade season ticket holders received, he is one of them, has traveled to Dallas in 2020. This is what it said. So he's got this: you're invited to XFL Town Hall Sunday, the 24th at 6 p.m. Central Time. So I think that's 7 p.m., whatever it is, Eastern. You can figure it out. So this is what the email said. It said the XFL is hosting its first town hall. Its first, mind you, first town hall on Sunday, July 24th of 2022. And we will be giving you an opportunity to access an invite to the special. As a former ticket holder in 2020, you'll have the opportunity to secure priority seating and hear firsthand from our owners, Danny Garcia and Dwayne Johnson, President Russ Brandon, and our head coaches on what is ahead of the long-awaited season kickoff in 2023. You will also have a chance to be part of a special Q&A. Of course, click here for a chance to register to be part of the first 500 first-come, first-served seats to secure guaranteed priority seating. Don't worry, if you don't get guaranteed priority seating, there's still a chance to get general admission access for standing room only locations. This is a big deal. Prizes and giveaways will be offered throughout the event. Food will be available for purchase through a variety of vendors within the live arena. Stay up on all the breaking news alerts, league, all that stuff from XFL. He said when you click on the RSVP link, it takes you to the sign-up page, enter your name and email address, which matches your season ticket holder name and the email account you had with the Dallas Renegades. Then it gives you an option to select up to 4 people that can attend total. The key point in the email is that if you are not the first 500, first come, first served seats to secure guaranteed priority seating, there will be a chance for a general admission access for standing room only locations. So curious to see what they'll be sending out tickets down the road to confirm. We'll find out all that spot, but he basically got an email that says your spot is reserved. No confirmation email or anything, but this was just sent to Dallas season ticket holders. Now, what we are hearing based on this event is they potentially could be announced. It seems like what the vibe that we're getting is that the XFL is going to announce the cities and venues at this town hall event. I think this is the catalyst to kick off things. If they just do Dallas and Dallas only, we've heard that maybe they'll just do all of them. This would be awesome that they do a town hall in each one of the venues, DC, Orlando, all these other venues. It'll be really exciting to see how they do it. But remember, the interesting piece in this puzzle of the email is that it says it's holding its first town hall. Now, there is no Zoom link. I think it's all you've got to be there in person. This type of event. We will have boots on the ground for that as well. We'll have boots on the ground in Arizona for this weekend's final weekend of player showcases. So you got the showcase event in Arizona on Friday. The crew flies out Saturday to Dallas, Texas, home headquarters. And what we're hearing, based on the report from ESPN, plus our guys on the ground, is hearing that team names and venues are going to come out, potentially team names, but definitely cities and venues is coming out of this this event. So, friends, yes, you're not going to get. I mean, the last time we checked the store, it had the cities in there. Remember, we saw that kind of hidden city stuff. I don't think we'll get the team names. I would be surprised, and it'll be fantastic. I say, heck, tease the whole team names all week long. Tease them all week long like the original XFL did, is you're fine. But if you come out of this event with this in the venues, we don't know anything about the venues. That's a major thing that we haven't really discussed at all. I mean, the cities have been out there, but there's been no leak about venues or anything. So stay tuned to XFL News Hub during the week, because we should definitely have more news and information. Some of the stuff might leak out before the event takes place on July 24th. But next week, my friends, is going to be a big week in the XFL. That is for sure.